And it's working very well. Are they going to get Leifer for another foul? They will. That's 2 on Leifer. He's going to have to come out of the game, and he is upset. And Simcha Halpert has to be careful here.
Yeah, they're going to say he used his forearm to clear him out. A tough call. Simcha Halpert not happy as he was trying to get the pass into Gabe Leifer. But YU needs to regroup here. Down by 4, 12:53. Just about 7 minutes gone by in this first half. They need to be a little cleaner.
And with the forward Leifer off the court, they're going to go with Malapsky. 2 big men in Malapsky and Katz on the floor at the same time.
And Elaine Washington with 10 points already. YU has got to figure out answers for him on the defensive end.
Yeah, and it's not like he's been slashing either. They've just been having beautiful passes, crazy long threes. They've been just beating the Max so far.
Simcha Halpert comes away with the steal. YU's got to be careful again.
Yeah.
As Wingate almost comes away with that one. Simcha Halpert, pull-up 3. A little too strong. And Ofek Reef tries for the putback slam, but he comes up short. Marquez, pull-up 3, and he's got it. And that's going to force Coach Elliott Steinmetz to take a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, the Macs are getting murdered in transition here so far. Old Westbury is just anticipating all of their passes. They're getting picked off on almost every single play.
We'd like to remind you that this edition of Max Live is brought to you by Doubletree, by Hilton of Tarrytown, and by the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, which is the destination for all your sports medicine, physical therapy, and interventional pain medicine needs, with 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. We thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. YU looking to extend their win streak to 6 games. We saw them last year at one point extend the winning streak to 17 in a program history high. Maybe we could see some sort of replication this year.
It would be certainly nice to see in Yehoshua. During that little read you were doing right there, I was looking up the stat. How many turnovers do you think the Macs have so far in 7.5 minutes?
My guess has got to be around 7.
7 exactly.
There you have it.
That's a turnover every minute.
It's inexplicable. They got to clean that up.
It's inexcusable. And the Macs, who have had issues with turnovers this year, have only been averaging about 16 a game. I say only because 7 is almost half of 16, and we're only 1/6 into this game.
And Elaine Washington and Wingate have been the dynamic duo, scoring 17 of Old Westbury's 22 points. Let's see what Coach Steinmetz drew up in the huddle to put an end to that. It'll be Reef. Up top, Terrell. Top of the key, 3. Yes, sir, he's got it.
Ryan Terrell, he's got 10 in the early going, and the Macs are just down 4.
A big play by Terrell to keep this game, to keep Old Westbury, let's say, from extending their lead. And Ofek Reef, nice defense, nice hustle play, but it'll remain with Old Westbury.
Gotta love that. Stripping the ball, getting on the ground, trying to dive after it. While he wasn't able to get that, you know that Coach Elliott Steinmetz is watching for that.
Some new faces for the Panthers with Jonathan Jameson and Anthony Sylvester Jr. seeing their first minutes. It'll be Marquez, the running floater in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Caleb Malatsky. Ofek Reef to push. Terrell on the wing. Picks up his dribble early, finds Donnie Katz. He goes inside, a nice move. He looks healthy.
The first points of the year for Donnie Katz, who just posted up his man. And the Macs are coming back a little here. Only down 2. The defense chance coming up here in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
And important to see Donnie Katz get going, knocking off the rust right away. As Sylvester Jr. brings it in across the baseline. Goes up top. That's Wingate. Top of the key. They're going to call that a 2. But yeah. Old Westbury.
They're up 4, yeah.
Yeah, still hanging on to this 4-point lead.
Wingate and Elaine Washington, they've got 19 of their 24 points.
Baralouf, top of the key 3. Bounces around a little bit, but bounces out.
Yeah, and Coach Steinmetz has been saying they have to reverse the ball and don't take threes off of one pass, and Aloof just took a one pass and shot it.
Marquez inside to Perry, the turnaround. Mid-range J goes down for Perry.
He can dunk and he can shoot, and the Macs are in trouble here early.
Aloof hanging on to the ball for a while. Donnie Katz inside. Will he go back to that post-up? He does. Gets blocked. but they get Perry for a foul. Donnie Katz to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, Donnie Katz already making his presence known down low, trying to post up for a second time. And let's see if he can knock down his free throws and make this game a little closer.
Misses on the first, as Elaine Washington and Cameron Winston check back into the game, replacing starters Perry and Wingate. Donnie Katz gets the second one to go, and now Kevin Boker will see his first minutes as Donnie Katz takes a seat with an ovation from his own bench. 5-point game, 10:04 to play in this first half, as YU goes into a full court press. Winston able to break the press, goes into the corner. Lane Washington, no good on the three, a little too strong. And Caleb Malopsky, a strong rebound, out of bounds off of Old Westbury. And the Max will get the ball back.
Yeah, Old Westbury taking a conservative approach when trying to break the press, slowly passing and finally getting a man running down the sideline, just staying in bounds.
Aloof from Malopsky. Malopsky inside to Terrell, but they're going to get Sylvester Jr. on a foul. 13th foul against Old Westbury. 2 against Yeshiva. Not a lot of fouls here early on. The one story have been the turnovers.
Yeah, it's been an issue, and the Macs need to fix it.
Malopsky's got it high in the wing. Inside for Terrell. On the baseline, thinks about it. Now he's got Barlow wide open on the wing, but he throws it away, and they're going to get him for a backcourt violation.
I hate to see it. I would have liked to see Ryan try to do a little bit more there himself. He just decided to pass out. He hasn't missed from the floor today. He hasn't missed much this year. And would have loved to see him try to work it inside there.
Marquez gives it for Jameson. Now up top back to Winston. A lot of ball movement here from the Panthers. And now Marquez turns the ball over as Reef comes away with it. Reef, look at the push. Gives up for Malopsky. Malopsky not sure what to do with it. Goes corner Terrell, but taken away. A nice play by Elaine Washington. And now Winston runs the break, goes up, and he's fouled. They might get him on the ground, but it looks like they're going to give him 2.
They're going to give him 2, and what do we have? More turnovers early.
Winston at the line. Winston looking for his first points of the contest. Yeah, Coach Steinmetz upset. He's saying that foul was on the floor. I don't necessarily disagree with him. He's livid. The bench is livid. Fans are screaming. And Coach Steinmetz continues to plead his case. And Winston knocks down the second to extend Old Westbury lead back to 6.
Let's see if the Macs can work this Old Westbury defense. No sloppy passing, just nice passes and break down their defense. Take some time.
Halpert looking for someone, finds Terrell. On the wing. He'll think about it, goes inside Reeve. Nice play, and gets the foul going up. He'll go to the line for 2.
Beautiful find from Terrell as the Macs slowed it down a little bit. Old Westbury's pressure was getting to them, so instead of making a sloppy pass, what do? They take a few seconds until the man is open. It's a very simple strategy, something which I would hope to see more from in the coming 8.5 minutes until the halftime break.
Reef can't connect on the first. Free throws early on for YU. They're 1 for 3. And they're going to need all the points they can get because this defense from the Panthers has just been incredible to this point.
Ofek has his first points of the night. He's been around the basket so much, but that's the first time the ball's gone on the rim for him.
Samuel seeing his first minute. He controls the point. And now Elaine Washington works against Aloof. 8:20 to play. Elaine Washington thinks he's got an and one, but they just called it an offensive foul, and he doesn't realize it.
And that's the first time that the fans are going to be happy with the refs tonight. Elaine Washington using his arm to push to get to the rim. And the Macs have some momentum going here.
Halper gives to Terrell another careless pass, but lucky to get it back. And now goes Terrell. Wing thinks about the three. He'll drive it himself and able to not convert. Gets no rebound, can't put it back. But it'll go to the line for two. That ball sat on the rim, looked like it was going down, but nothing falling YU's way early on.
Nothing's falling, but as long as they correct the mistakes they've been making on the turnover side and keep trying to break down the defense, they're definitely going to get back into this game.
Terrell, the leading scorer for the Macs, he's got 10, averaging 26.5 on the season. That's a team high. And he connects on the first, just a 4-point Old Westbury lead. And he's got the second as well. 3-point Panthers lead, 8:05 to play here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. We thank you for joining us on this lovely Tuesday night. Amazing weather out today. And hopefully YU could just put some icing on this cake, because what a day it has been. Samuels controls. He gives it for, that's Winston. Inside, Elaine Washington converts the layup.
Not much Boker could do that time. He had the block on the pass beforehand, but he was just beat going to the rim.
Halper's got it, thinks about it, gives it up for Reef. Inside Terrell, he likes the matchup. And he's going to get fouled again. That's the 7th team foul against Old Westbury. And Ryan Terrell will go to the line for a 1-on-1.
The Macs in previous games have shot well from the line. I think they were 17 for 19 just a few games ago. And not so far today, but it's something which the team has worked on as a whole. Each player taking time at the line during practice, during every practice, and Terrell sinks his first. Terrell, no need to worry about him when it comes to shooting from the line.
He's been excellent, 4 for 4 on the night. And just a 3-point Panthers lead once again as YU sets up in the full court press. Terrell comes. Now Ofek Reef applying a lot of pressure. That's Sylvester Jr., corner for Lane Washington. YU looking for the offensive foul. But now it's Winston. Top of the key, a lot of dribbling, fancy moves. Pull up Jay, he's got it. Nice moves by Cameron Winston.
Kevin Boker again with great defense, but the Macs can't stop Old Westbury from putting it into the rim, and that's not necessarily their fault.
Kevin Boker not known for his offensive abilities. Terrell, the three, he's got it. Ryan Terrell is on fire.
Terrell's got 17 points. The Macs have 29, and it's just a 2-point game.
Yeah, Terrell the story for the Macs tonight. He's been doing it all year. And looking for a defensive stand. Kevin Boker does what he's in the game for. An amazing defensive stand. And now Terrell looks to push. YU a chance to tie or take the lead with a three. Goes inside, Barloo, reverse slap, he's got it! Tie game, and Old Westbury is forced to take a timeout.
Oh man, what have we seen in the last 4 minutes? No turnovers, much better passing, much stronger defense, and that's all because of the defensive specialist, Kevin Boker, who has done an extraordinary job with Gabe Leifer in foul trouble.
Yeah, we spoke about last year so many times. Kevin Boker comes into the game and just changes the dynamic of the team, sends a message, listen, we're going to play some defense. And we all know that defense turns into the offense, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from the Macs.
Yehoshua. Old Westbury is shooting 65% from the floor. And we have made, I believe, 10 turnovers, excuse me. We've turned the ball over 10 times. We're shooting 65% from the floor, and this is still a tie game. What does that tell you about the talent on this Macs team?
The Macs offense is excellent. We know that. These careless mistakes are going to keep hurting them. We spoke about their point differential off of turnovers. That's where they're giving up the most points. If they can limit those turnovers, which would obviously limit the points off turnovers for their opponent, we could see extreme strides from this ball team.
Yeah, and like I said, Coach Steinmetz doesn't like that points off turnover stat a lot, but when you take into account the fact that a lot of their points off turnovers have been off of bad passes and not off of charges and other things like that, he would be very upset with the way that things have been going on in that category so far.
Samuels controls for the Panthers. A tie game, 6:15 to play in this first half. YU looking to extend their win streak to 6. A double in the corner. Good defense, and it looks like it goes off of Wingate. Good defense by Donnie Katz. As Jeffrey Owens going to check in for the Max, seeing his first action tonight.
And Marquez is back in for Old Westbury. Jeffrey Owen, another defensive specialist. The Max have one defense specialist on the floor. They take him out. They put another one in.
Donnie Katz inside for Ovek Reef, Not able to convert. Looked like he had a few defenders on him. And Samuels comes away with the rebound. Crowd wanted an offensive foul. The give and go. Perry goes up. And great defense by Donnie Katz. Once again, as Terrell looks to run the break. Gives up for Owen. Owen goes up and he's fouled. Going to the line for 2.
Beautiful job by Terrell and Owen on the fast break. And we saw Ovek trying to take an offensive foul. And when they didn't give it to him, he almost committed a foolish foul on the other end. The Old Westbury player ran right by him. The referees haven't been so great with the Max tonight so far, but YU just can't put that in their heads. They've got to knock it out and just play good ball.
And outside of Terrell, the free throw struggles continue for the Max.
And actually the shooting struggles, period. Terrell's got 17 of the 31 points, which is just ridiculous.
And Owen misses on a pair. I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis from Coach Steinmetz at halftime. As Samuels gives for Winston. Winston for Marquez. Jeffrey Owen, a perennial defender as well. A lot of defense on the floor here. Donnie Katz looking like his old self. Doing an excellent job as well. Winston the drive. Inside. That's Perry, and he gets it to go. A nice play by Pierce Perry.
And that was good help defense for the Max that time too, but Old Westbury, like I said, have just been hitting their shots early on.
And we're going to get a foul, and Ovek Reef, I believe, will go back to the line for a 1-and-1. They're going to get Samuels on a hold.
Yeah, and that's Samuel's second foul. A few of these Old Westbury players who are coming off the bench have had multiple fouls.
YU looking to take advantage. Ovek Reef has got the first one. He's 2 for 3 from the line tonight.
And Ryan Terrell pointing to the scoreboard as the operator has put the point, he claims, to the wrong team, but I don't believe they did.
Yeah, it looks like we're all set. 33-32, Old Westbury with the lead. Just under 5 minutes to play in this first half. Winston thinks about it. Good defense by Halpert, playing with that face mask. And now Winston, corner, 3. A little too strong, but rebounded by Perry. He'll go to the line for 2 as Donnie Katz gets him going up.
Yeah, couldn't box him out. He was just too strong. And they're going to call a foul on Donnie, and that's going to be 2 for Perry.
And we should know, YU has not played many games here at home. They started the year with I believe, a 4-game road trip.
Yeah.
Came back for a quick one and then went right back on the road. Their overall schedule, they're playing, I think, about 6 more away games than home games. So a lot of traveling for this team. A lot of back-to-back, not necessarily back-to-backs, but a lot of games in just a few weeks. They're at a long stretch. They traveled to California. They traveled to Maryland. But they're sticking together.
Yeah.
Hopefully fatigue doesn't play a role.
Yeah, Coach Steinmetz saying basically that they want to play a tough on-the-road, out-of-conference schedule because if they get to the tournament, those are the games they're going to have to be playing against good teams on the road.
Baraloof gives for Halpert. Inside, Donnie Katz. Donnie Katz finds the cutting Halpert, who puts it in. And YU ties this game back up.
Donnie Katz, one of the best passers in all of college basketball, with a beautiful find to a cutting Halpert. And the Macs have worked their way all the way back from what was a large deficit just a few minutes ago.
That's Buskey for Winston. Winston, the drive. No good. He falls down as YU looks to push. Reef controls. Corner, Ryan Terrell, the three. Just a little too short, but stolen by Donnie Katz. Terrell comes away with it, goes up, but misses. Rare back-to-back misses to Ryan Terrell as Old Westbury pushes. It's Marquez, and Aloof called for a foul.
Only the 5th personal on Yeshiva, so it's just going to go out of bounds for Old Westbury. But yeah, a rare sequence of 2 misses in a row for Terrell, who before that I think had only 1 miss from the floor.
Old Westbury running a lot of guys in their rotation. I believe that's their 11th or 12th man in. They're trying to stay as fresh as possible, trying to run as much as possible as Winston pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Donnie Katz. Terrell to push. Terrell gets caught midair, but gives it for Reef. Aloof controls on the baseline. Goes inside to Terrell. A total isolation play, but now Winston comes to help, and Terrell is doubled. Terrell for Halpert. Swing for Katz. A lot of passing on this possession, and it goes back inside Terrell. Shot clock winding down. Wing 3 for Reef. Too strong. And Johnson Rader comes away with the rebound.
And Donnie Katz was ready to grab that rebound, but it bounced hard off the rim, and he just couldn't get it.
Winston back up top. Marquez, top of the key, a 3, no good. And off of Old Westbury, and the Macs will have the ball.
And Coach Steinmetz saying that one of the things which Donnie Katz brings to the table is that ability to box out properly, and he did just that there.
Bar Aloof gives for Halpert. Aloof for Donnie Katz. And foul underneath. Ryan Terrell trying to find position, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws as Old Westbury puts themselves in the double bonus.
Yeah, and more fouls piling up for Old Westbury. That's Wingate's second. They have a lot of players with 2 now, and they have to be careful with just 2.5 minutes left. A 3rd personal foul in 1 half would not be good. As we've seen Leifer, he's been out of the game for the last 15 minutes as he had 2 fouls in the early going.
Terrell now with 18 points. He shot a perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line so far. And he makes it 6 for 6 and extends this YU lead to just 2.
Yeah, 4 players for Old Westbury with 2 fouls. They've been running a long rotation, but they still have to put players on the floor who have 2 fouls, and they have to be careful, which the Macs could take advantage of with just 2.5 left in the half.
Marquez, corner for Sylvester Jr. Now goes up top. Wide open, wing 3, Winston. A little too short, rebounded by Halpert.
Getting psyched out by having nobody on him. Winston can't get it going tonight.
Terrell looks to push. He gives it for Aloof. Aloof give and go, but they're going to get Malopsky, I believe, for a travel as he had Ryan Terrell cutting on the baseline.
Yeah, he stepped towards Terrell before making the pass, and yeah, that was a travel. The ref was right there, and it goes back to Old Westbury.
Marquez controls for the Panthers, guarded by Terrell. Sylvester Jr. up top for Buskey, and that's Buskey, I believe, who comes up empty on that attempt as Terrell's pushing, but a careless pass, and now Buskey, the wide open lane, misses it, blows the layup, but gets it back with no one around, and able to put it in as YU just not hustling.
Yeah, they assumed that he was going to lay it in the first time, and had they not assumed that, that would have been an empty possession for Old Westbury. Bad mistakes for the Macs early on.
Ofek Reef goes inside to Terrell. YU likes his matchup a lot. Double team, and Terrell can't get it to go. Wanted a foul.
Yep, he did. Whenever he shakes his head like that, it means that he thought he was fouled, and I saw a little push, but the ref didn't think it was enough to call 2.
Max Stern Athletic Center coming alive with defense chance as Winston drives. Under minute, the underhand scoop, and rejected by Caleb Malopsky.
He says, get that out of here. It stays with Old Westbury, but Malopsky with the big boy play.
Yeah, that underhand scoop, always a dangerous play, especially against lanky defenders. These long YU defenders, tough to sneak one of those right by them. Sylvester Jr. inbound for the Panthers. Goes up top to Buskey, but off the foot of Halpert, and Old Westbury will maintain possession.
And if you look at the players on the floor for Old Westbury, only one of them has fouls on him. They're going with their bench for the last minute, not wanting to have any of their starters have 3 fouls in one half.
And a careless play finds Terrell in the open court, and a slam dunk, Ryan Terrell.
And that puts the Max back in the lead. Terrell with conviction.
A 21-point first half. We expected nothing less. Terrell has just been the story so far this year. But the answer by Andrew Buskey, a 3-pointer from the wing, gives Old Westbury the lead with just under 30 seconds to play in this first half.
Yeah, the Panthers still shooting 50% from the floor in this half.
About a 1.5 differential shot clock, game clock. Let's see what YU does.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to hold for one here.
The ball will be in Terrell's hands. He looks to push, and he goes flying to the ground, and the Panthers come away with it with just 8 seconds left. Sylvester Jr. goes corner. Buskey, the 3. No good. Rebounded by Sylvester Jr. 3 seconds left. And with 2 seconds left, we have an injury, it looks like Ryan Terrell. We hope he's okay. We didn't see him get up after he hit the deck. And Old Westbury not happy. There was no whistle, and the refs called the play dead, so YU could attend to their player. And no bias is attached. I have to agree with Old Westbury here. It doesn't make sense why the refs blew that one dead. But nonetheless, 2.2 to play. Terrell still on the ground. Looks like he's holding his left ankle. And we all just hope that he's totally okay. He'll get up on his own. Looks like he'll walk off under his own power. He'll walk it off a little bit. We'll see. I'm assuming he'll take a seat until halftime, the final 2 seconds of this first half. But he's jogging a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, he was in pain there, but the fact that he's able to get on his own feet and walk it off is a positive sign for the Max. And getting back to basketball, the Westbury's got it with 2.2 to go. We're looking for a quick shot here for the Panthers.
Sylvester Jr. to inbound once again. Buskey corner 3, just a little short, and that will do it for the first half. Old Westbury with a 1-point lead, an excellent first half. We'll recap it for you when we get back to the Max Live halftime show.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center. We thank you for joining us for the halftime report. I'm Yehoshua Segal alongside Akiva Poppers. Akiva, what did we see from YU in that first half?
We saw a lot of turnovers and some lackluster play. In the first few minutes of the game, the Max had 7 turnovers. We saw some poor job at getting back. There was one play where the old Westbury player, an easy lane to the basket, missed the layup, but no player for the Max was back, and that led to him just putting it back in. We've seen the Max playing angry, but in the wrong way. Being mad at the referees. There was one case where the Max thought there was a foul. The play was still going on. Tried to commit a foul, which would have been a foolish foul. Ofek wasn't able to get the foul even called on that play. So a lot of poor play, some disastrous mistakes in the early going, and the only reason they're still in this game is because of Ryan Terrell.
And now speaking about Ryan Terrell, he's got 21 first half points. He's been excellent. He is out here right now, questionable to return. Looked like he twisted his ankle.
Yeah, that's the report, a twisted ankle for Ryan.
It doesn't look like he comes out with any brace on his ankle.
Yeah, but he's playing limpish, so we'll see if he's able to come back out in the second half.
He is on the layup line. We'll see what happens with that. But in terms of other YU offense, Ryan Terrell is over half of YU's points. We saw a couple early threes, one from Halpert, one from Gabe, I believe, to open the game. Gabe has been sitting out with foul trouble. What does YU need to do outside of Ryan Terrell to get this offense going?
Yeah, I tell you what, when Gabe's off the floor, this Max team is just not the same. We saw it when he came to the Max a couple of years ago, mid-year. He improved the team tremendously. When he's not on the floor, they lose that presence down low. They lose a big body. They lose a talented body. They also haven't been able to find Halpert on a lot of open threes in transition. A lot of these transition pushes have been messy plays. There's been messy turnovers followed by messy passes by the Max. I want them to push in transition, but I want them to keep it safe, to keep doing safe plays, not just throwing the ball down the court and hoping that somebody's going to catch it. And lastly, the anticipation by Old Westbury has been tremendous. They've just been picking off all these passes. The Max are almost playing slow mentally. They've just been throwing the ball to the place where everyone knows that the ball is going to go. So I would like some ball reversal, and I'd like them to turn things up a little bit.
Well, there you have it. That's the halftime report. We look forward to you joining us very soon for the second half of Max Basketball.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And welcome back for the second half of Yeshiva University Maccabees basketball. The first half, we saw a back-and-forth game, plenty of lead changes, plenty of scoring, plenty of defense, plenty of turnovers, a lot of everything really. And Old Westbury holds on to a 1-point lead as we get ready for the second half. We welcome you back into the Max Live booth. I'm Yehoshua Segal alongside Akiva Poppers. We thank you for spending part of your Tuesday night with us. Gabe Leifer warming up. We didn't see a lot of him after he picked up 2 early fouls. Will he be a factor in this second half? Akiva Poppers, what do you think?
If Gabe Leifer doesn't pick up another early foul at the beginning of the second half, then yes, he will be a factor. Gabe Leifer is always a factor when he's on the floor, and he was good in the few minutes that he was able to play before he got into foul trouble with 2 in the first few minutes. So when Gabe Leifer's on the floor, the Macs are a different team, and yeah, as long as he's able to avoid the fouls in the second half, we'll be all set.
And Ryan Terrell goes back on the floor for the start of the second half, a great sign for this Maccabees team. We saw Terrell roll his ankle with 2 seconds left, with just under 10 seconds left in the first half. Good to see him back out there. The starting 5 for the YU Macs consists of Bar Aloof, Simcha Halpert, Kalen Wolopsky, Gabe Leifer, and Ryan Terrell. YU ball to start this half. Bar Aloof looks to drive, gives up for Terrell on the wing. Up top for Halpert. Halpert goes back inside Terrell using his body, and he looks good. The underhand scoop from Ryan Terrell to give YU the lead.
You know what I saw in that possession? I saw a lot of passes. The Macs reversing the ball, getting it to a man who's open, and then just passing until you find someone who has an easy bucket.
Looks like that was a point of emphasis from Coach Steinmetz at halftime as Winston tries to shake Leifer. Gives it up. A wing 3 is short from Charles Wingate, and Terrell controls.
His first miss of the night for Wingate, who was solid in the first half.
Molopsky thinks about the baseline 3 and tipped out of bounds by Perry, and YU will retain possession. Our colleague Jacob Dower always likes to quote the great Phil Jackson that the first 2 or 3 minutes of every half and the end and the last 2 to 3 minutes of every half are what make the difference in the game. As YU extends their lead to 3, let's see if those words ring true and if YU is able to put together a run to open the second half. Marquez controls. 13 on the shot clock. Good defense by Bar Lufus. He knocks it out of bounds. And Old Westbury will retain possession with 11 to shoot.
Yeah, the Macs certainly playing inspired here early on in the second half, taking whatever Coach Steinmetz said to heart.
Elaine Washington inbounds for Winston. Winston thinks about the 3. Pull-up pop from the free throw line. He's got it. Winston has been automatic tonight.
Yeah, he is just so talented and just so good.
Malowski for Leifer. Leifer corner for Alouf. Alouf drives right, he goes to scoop, but Malowski right there to put it back in off the miss from Bar Alouf.
Cleaning up inside, the Macs getting the O boards, and they have the lead back at 3.
And the runner for Marquez, Old Westbury's leading scorer, gets the teardrop to fall as Terrell runs the point for Yeshiva. Malowski inside, draws a double, doesn't see it, but puts a hook shot up anyway. Can't come away with it. Leifer the drive, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And there we see what Gabe Leifer brings. Gabe Leifer with the anticipation, seeing where that ball is going, just taking it and running to the hoop. Couldn't get it to go, but free throws.
Leifer looking to add to a 1-point YU lead. As he connects on the first. Gets the second to go as well. 17:41 to play. YU looking strong coming out of the gate in the second half. Marquez for Wingate. Back to Marquez. Marquez, a floater once again. Can't get it to go, but rebounded by Elaine Washington. And now Winston wide open, wing 3, a little too strong. The Panthers missing a bunch of those as Elaine Washington gives it up top for Marquez.
Yeah, the Macs did box out there, but the rebound was so long they couldn't get it.
Marquez for Perry. Perry back up top to Winston. Winston lefty drive, gets the underhand scoop to go. A nice play, and Old Westbury's fired up.
Yeah, using his size and athleticism to get inside, and we've seen a little bit of back and forth play here in the second half.
Alouf, the righty underhand. Both teams trading underhand layups.
Yeah, they haven't seen Alouf drive to the basket yet. They thought he was going to kick out, and Alouf said, no, I can score too.
Marquez gives for Elaine Washington. Elaine Washington, the long triple, does not fall, and Alouf controls. Alouf calls out the play. Gives it for Leifer on the wing, now it's Halpert on the wing. Back to Alouf, that's 5 passes into possession, something Coach Steinmetz likes to see. And a beautiful backdoor cut by Ryan Terrell as Malowski finds him.
Yeah, Terrell excited to have the ball and very happy with the passing that his teammates have been putting on so far in the second half.
And YU with a 5-point lead. It's largest since the opening minutes. Elaine Washington drives the lane, draws 2, and they're going to get Malowski on the foul as Elaine Washington will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, we saw him slashing to the basket, going with the left, and the Macs have to eliminate that. Simcha Halpert and Caleb Malowski talking it out. Macs want to put the Old Westbury players on their weak hand when they're slashing in.
It looks like Coach Steinmetz asked Ryan Terrell if he's all right. Looks a little slow on the ankle again. His offense has not taken a back step at all. A back seat at all, excuse me. He looks all right. He'll stay in the game as Elaine Washington knocks down his first free throw. Old Westbury with a chance to cut this YU lead to just 3. And he does just that. Baraloof controls for the Maccabees. For Terrell over to Lifer. A lot of passing in these opening possessions of the second half. Halper thinks about the 3. He goes inside. Malopsky underneath, rejected by Perry. And Old Westbury looking to push. Winston comes away with it. And now the wing 3 thought about it, but drives it instead, and that's Wingate able to convert and cut the YU lead to just 1.
Yeah, Malopsky tried to work it inside again and put it in, but that time the Old Westbury. Perry anticipating.
Aloof on the baseline. He'll go up top. Malopsky, the 3. No good, and rebounded by Elaine Washington.
Yeah, and Caleb can shoot, but we prefer to see him working it inside.
He's been good on the interior tonight. Marquez guarded by Terrell. Likes the matchup, goes as we can right side and converts the layup. And Winston flexing his muscles.
It's almost as if he's telling the Max, hi, I know you scouted me, but I can still put it in with my weak hand.
And Marquez, a leading scorer for the Panthers, and he's coming alive early in the second half. Baraloof, the pull-up 3, he's got it!
Bar is back, and the Macs are back in the lead with 14 to go.
Winston brings it up for Old Westbury. Perry swing, Marquez, a 3 of his own. Lights out shooting from Old Westbury in the last couple of minutes.
There's just so much defense you can play.
Malopsky goes inside to Terrell. He's doubled, goes back outside for Malopsky. Ball goes all the way around the perimeter. Baraloof drives it underneath, but doesn't see Elaine Washington. He throws it out for Winston, and Winston the lefty layup. And it looks like Coach Steinmetz is going to let YU play through this one. No, he will not. They take a timeout. Old Westbury very excited as they own a 3-point lead with 13:21 to play in this quarter. We want to remind you that this edition of Max Live is brought to you by DoubleTree by Hilton of Tarrytown and by the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, which is the destination for all your sports medicine, physical therapy, and interventional pain medicine needs, with 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And Yehoshua, in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we've seen Old Westbury go on a huge run. The Macs were up 50-45. It's an 11-3 run for the Panthers, who just can't miss from the floor.
Yeah, their three-point shooting, it just feels like they're playing their own game. They're having fun out there. They're moving the ball. They're getting out on the break. And Pedro Marquez, 10 points now. Most of those coming in the first few minutes of this second half. Let's see what changes Coach Steinmetz brings. Last time when the YU turned around in the first half was because of their defense, a combination really of Jeffrey Owen and Kevin Boker. But lots of changes for YU as Ofek Reef and Donnie Katz check in. And as Ryan Terrell goes to the bench, this YU team will have to prove that they have other scoring options.
Yeah, besides for Terrell tonight, no player for the Macs has more than 7 points. Old Westbury with a balanced attack. All 5 of their starters have 7 or more points.
Gabe Leifer goes inside for Reef. Reef up top for Donnie Katz, who's making his season debut tonight. He's looked good early on. Knocking off the Ross. A nice cross-court pass to Simcha Halpert, who buries the 3.
Simcha Halpert showing off what he can do. Only the third three for Halpert, tonight. But for the Macs, they've tied it up. Halpert with the beautiful stroke.
Give Donnie Katz credit on that pass. A slingshot. And now Gabe Leifer pleading his case for the offensive foul. They're going to get him on the defensive end. That's his 3rd foul. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, the crowd is giving it to the refs. Leifer, knowing he couldn't foul, thought he was playing straight-up defense, But the ref disagreed, and now he has to be ultra careful for the rest 12:45 of the game. Another foul could take him out for the next 8 minutes.
And Old Westbury with the miss, but Perry underneath. Able to put it right back as Wingate looks the pressure. A 2-point Old Westbury lead, 12.5 to play. As Simcha Halper gives for Donnie Katz. Donnie Katz will take the three himself. And a little too strong, rebounded by Winston. Marquez looks to drive. Out for Winston, thinks about the three. He took a couple of steps before he put the ball on the ground. And that's a turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Macs are going to need whatever momentum they can get going in this half, because while they did come out of the half strong, Old Westbury has responded, and this looks like it's going to come down to the end. Going down to the wire, as they say.
And important minutes here. YU, an important Skyline Conference game, that's first off. A divisional Skyline Conference game. YU definitely looking to get off on the right foot, especially on this winning streak, especially after so many games on the road. One at home, one that was thought against a team who lost their top scorer from last year, who YU beat by more than 20 twice last year.
Yeah, in fact, 3 times, if you include the semifinals game.
Right, correct.
But they did have 2 transfers in Winston and Wingate who have been outstanding tonight.
Gabe Leifer has it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Inside for Donnie Katz. Gets the defender off his feet and puts it home. A nice play by Donnie Katz off the feet from Simcha Halper.
Beautiful job by Donnie Katz, knowing where the defender was, waiting for him to jump, and then laying it in, and we're tied again.
Marquez controls, gives it for Winston.
As we see Ryan Terrell getting ready to come back into this game.
Marquez up top. Elaine Washington, the long three. No good, and rebounded by Gabe Leifer. Baraloof to push. He goes to his right hand. Gives up for Reef. Up top, Leifer. A lot of quick movement, but Reef ends up with an inside and puts in the layup. A product of the fast-paced offense. As Marquez looks to answer, no good on the three, rebounded by Leifer, and a chance for YU to extend its lead. Leifer gives for Baraloof. Baraloof, the wing three. Too strong as Winston comes away and looks to push for the Panthers. Winston now, corner for Marquez. Marquez, a hop step. No good, lots of bodies on the floor, but they're going to say out of bounds off of YU. This Max Stern Athletic Center is on their feet, questioning the call, and let's see if they overturn it.
Yeah, the Max could not believe that a charge was not called, and now it is. Baraloof took it, and it goes back in the Max direction.
A big call for the Max as Ryan Terrell comes back into this game. They were able to hold their own with him on the bench.
And it's the third foul on Wingate, who has to be careful himself as he comes out of the game.
Ryan Terrell controls for the Max. 10:35 to play. Yeshiva with a 2-point lead. Ofek Reef for Donnie Katz. Donnie Katz inside to Leifer, and one! Count it for Gabe Leifer.
That's the first and one of the night, and Leifer makes it count as the Max extend their lead to 4.
Yeah, Coach Bernard Tomlin of Old Westbury looking for the travel, but the refs not giving in.
Yeah, and not only is he looking for a travel, he's the only one looking for a travel, so none of the Old Westbury fans saw anything there.
And Gabe Leifer puts the Max back up by 5. And Old Westbury searching for answers as Marquez brings it up the floor. Elaine Washington for Sylvester Jr. seeing his first minutes of the second half. And now Perry inside. Elaine Washington. And we're going to get a blocking foul, I believe, on Ryan Terrell as he went to the ground. Only the third team foul against YU. And side out, Old Westbury.
I thought Ryan was holding his ground, but the ref saw a little bit of a twitch in his movement, and they called a foul on Ryan.
And a nice backdoor cut by Perry leads to the easy slam.
Yeah, he had Donnie beat going around. Old Westbury hanging in.
Donnie Katz controls on the wing. Up top for Gabe Leifer. Thinks about the three. Will drive it. Has the Reef right underneath and can't convert the layup, but gets it back after the fight by Donnie Katz. Can't convert the layup again, but they're going to say out of bounds off Old Westbury as YU retains possession.
Yeah, Reef just can't get it going. He had a layup a few minutes ago, but he's 1 for 6 from the floor tonight. Fortunately, the Macs retained possession.
Gabe Leifer has it. Inside cut for Simcha Halpert. He gives it back up. Donnie Katz, top of the key, three. Off to the right. As Marquez controls for the Panthers. Winston has it. He likes that shot to pull up. Can't convert. Rebounded by Simcha Halpert. And he'll look to slow it down and reset. Ofek Reef gives for Ryan Terrell. Terrell pretty quiet here in the second half so far. As Donnie Katz uses his body, can't convert the layup. And Winston comes away with it. Marquez to push. Marquez for Sylvester Jr. A lot of ball movement. Ends up Perry for the slam once again. His third dunk of the night. And YU unable to find answers for him.
I cannot remember one time I have seen the Macs gotten dunked on 3 times in one game, but Perry wanting to create history of his own.
Reef controls. Halpert, wing three. He's got it. Simcha Halpert on fire.
Yes, sir. That's just, they're going to call it only his third 3 of the night. I said before I thought he only had 2. They had 3 on the board. They bring it down to 2. That's his third. Sim has been shooting well from outside, and the Macs have a 4-point lead.
8:20 to play as defense chants fill the arena. Winston almost gives it up. Halpert on the floor, but Winston still controls. Goes to Perry, corner 3. No good, and rebounded by Leifer as gives for Terrell.
And speaking of defense, there's Kevin Boker getting ready to come back into this game.
Yeah, they need a stopper as they're going to get, I believe, Marquez for the foul.
Yeah, he was pushing Donnie Katz there, and they call it on Marquez. The 5th foul for Old Westbury in the second half.
And Donnie Katz will exit with a nice ovation. A nice job by him. Again, as we said, making his season debut. He's picking up right where he left off last year.
And my apologies, only the 4th for Old Westbury.
Kevin Boker's got it. Gives for Halpert. And now Winston called on a foul away from the ball as him and Gabe Leifer got tied up. And the 5th team foul, something to keep an eye on. If YU gets in the bonus, they'll have a chance to keep extending their lead with free throws.
Yeah, no Old Westbury players have 4 fouls, but a few have 3 now, and another foul could become huge down the stretch.
Inbound goes to Kevin Boker. Inside for Gabe Leifer. Backdoor cut by Reef. Didn't see Wingate, but Wingate ends up out of bounds, and YU will keep possession once again.
Yeah, that's what we call anticipation, and good play by Ofek once he saw the pass getting picked off, doing a little shove, and they're going to call it max ball.
Simcha Halpert's got it on the wing. Inside the Gabe Leifer once again. Looks like the offensive set the last few possessions. And he draws the double, but gets it to go. Gabe Leifer, a strong move on the interior.
Yeah, Gabe Leifer is too powerful for you, and the Macs with a 6-point lead. Have we seen that at all tonight? I don't believe so.
I don't believe so either. A nice opportunity over the next couple minutes to extend this lead because Old Westbury, the way they've been playing, we could just assume they're not going to go away. And on cue like that, Wingate, the Ant-1, he'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, looks like they're going to call on Kevin Boker, who tried to play straight-up defense, but instead they got him for the block. Now Wingate with a chance to put some more points on the board, but it just can't go, and it's still a 4-point lead.
Just over 7 minutes to play. Ryan Terrell controls the point for the Macs. Kevin Boker goes inside the Gabe Leifer. Let's see if they draw up that same play. He's backing him down. Gabe Leifer, same thing, goes up and can't convert, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
That's Elaine Washington's 3rd foul. Another Old Westbury player with 3, and more importantly, it's Leifer at the line for 2.
He gets that one to go. A 5-point max lead, just under 7 minutes to play. And a big free throw coming. He's got that one again. That nice touch for Gabe Leifer. Marquez controls for the Panthers. And now it's Elaine Washington, who we were saying his name all throughout the first half. And he's just been quieted here in the second half. But Winston, the 3, and a bounce off the rim, a lucky roll. He's got it to go. And I believe it's a 2-point lead, even though the scoreboard says 3 right now. Gabe Leifer unable to answer. Excuse me, it's a 3-point Yeshiva lead.
Yeah, and Winston's first 3 of the night.
And now Wingate, the 3, too strong. As good as Old Westbury's been tonight, the 3-point shot has been hard to come by.
Yeah, the 2 transfers trying to go back-to-back but couldn't get it.
Gabe Leifer throwing his body in there, somehow gets it to go, and YU back up by 5.
There's a reason Gabe Leifer was the Skyline Conference MVP last season. He is so strong inside, it is absurd.
Marquez gives it for Winston. Wing 3, he's got it. Winston really the only one hitting 3s for Old Westbury, and YU's got to find answers.
Yeah, Old Westbury just not going away. Very pesky team, can I call them? They're still shooting 50% from the floor, which is very impressive.
Simcha Halper on the wing gives for Gabe Leifer. Gabe Leifer taking over here. He gets it to go on the turnaround fadeaway. He's been special.
Yeah, Gabe Leifer did nothing in the first half due to foul trouble. Now he's got 16 points, and he has taken over for Terrell's spot in the second half.
And a steal by Ophek Reef, but they're going to say he got a piece of his foot. Kick ball.
We had some fans ready for a big slamma-jamma as Old Westbury calls a full timeout.
Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight, taking part of your Tuesday night to tune in. And we'd just like to remind you that this edition of Max Live is brought to you by Doubletree by Hilton of Tarrytown and by the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, which is their destination for all your sports medicine, physical therapy, and interventional pain medicine needs, with 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. 5:04 to play, Yeshiva up by 4. A back-and-forth game. An exciting game nonetheless. Whether YU was expected to kind of have an easy game tonight or not, Old Westbury has shown grit, has shown they could shoot, has shown they could play defense, have shown they could have fun out there and just play their game. They're not going away. YU with a 4-point lead. They'll have to, I don't know, they're going to have to fight these last 5 minutes to make sure they come away with victory.
Yeah, there's no pulling away for YU this time. They're just going to have to win every minute. We've got 5 players for Old Westbury in double digits. Everyone on the floor has been good tonight. Everyone on the floor can shoot, and everyone can play defense. Old Westbury proving that they were a little underrated this year.
Marquez controls for the Panthers, looking to cut into this 4-point YU lead. Baseline, they're going to get a foul on Ryan Terrell, the 5th against YU.
Yeah, and Ryan disagrees, but this is one of the few times in the game where I actually do agree with the refs. Ryan pushed him a little bit.
Marquez controls, a ball-dominant guard. He's been the main offense But Perry looks to go up for a slam. Ofek Reef thought he got all balls. So did this whole gym. But they're going to give Perry 2 shots.
And so did I, Yehoshua. So did I.
Again, tough to tell from here exactly where his hand landed, whether it hit the ball or it hit his hand. But an exciting play as Perry, he basically wound up. He brought the ball behind his head, looking for a highlight reel dunk.
Yeah.
He'll get 2 shots.
He wanted to bring the old Westbury fans out of their seats. Instead, he brought the Max fans, some of them cheering because they felt that it was a clean block, some upset because they thought that it was a clean block.
And Perry able to connect on the first, making it a 3-point YU lead. And he misses on the second, rebounded by Halper with 4:40 to play. Bar-Aluf controls for the Max. Halper controls, gives it to Donnie Katz. Simcha Halper doubled. Shot clock winding down. 5 on the shot clock. Terrell notices. He'll jack up a 3. Gets it to go. Ryan Terrell, a step back triple. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable is right, Yehoshua. Ryan Terrell saw that shot clock going down. I get memories of Leifer with the shot clock going down in the semifinals last year. Incredible play by Leifer.
Marquez tries to answer, and he does just that.
The Max can't escape. They can't escape the wrath of this old Westbury team. Still only a 3-point lead with 3.5 to go.
Pedro Marquez has been something special this second half. Donnie Katz controls the ball. He goes cross court for Simcha Halpert. He'll drive it on the baseline, goes up top for Ofek Reef. Back to the corner, Halpert. Give and go with Reef. Reef delay, and he's got it. Give and go. Ofek Reef making something happen.
You gotta love it, Yehoshua. You gotta love it.
Winston for Marquez. Defense chance pour in from a lively Yeshiva crowd. And the long 3 attempt from Wingate is a little too strong. And YU with a big opportunity up 5 with now under 3 minutes to play to really start pulling away. Simcha Halper, long 3, he's got it!
Simcha Halpert bringing the fans out of their seats. Timeout, Old Westbury. It's an 8-point lead for the Max.
A huge play. 3 consecutive possessions where we saw a step back 3 from Ryan Terrell, a give and go between Ofek Reef and Simcha Halpert, and Simcha Halpert says, enough with the assists, I'm taking it myself, and pulls up from, I don't even know how to calculate feet, but that was well beyond the 3-point line, and he just connects. First 4-3 of the night.
Yeah, and the Max may have finally escaped with an 8-point lead. If they can get it into double digits, Yehoshua, might just be too much. Terrell with 28, Halpert with 14, Leifer with 16. They've been the big boys. And Leifer coming alive inside and Halpert coming alive from outside here in the second half. And the gym is going nuts.
.250 to play. And Jack Terrell leading the fans. Always the energy behind this Max team. As Marquez controls, goes cross court for Winston. YU in the zone, corner 3 from Elaine Washington, falls off the rim.
And the Max just need to slow it down here. Break it and slow it down.
Simcha Halper goes back up top for Ofek Reef. Simcha Halper controls. 12 on the shot clock. Simcha Halper thinks about the 3, gives it for Reef. Reef to drive, and tries slamming it. No call anywhere, but Ryan Terrell able to clean it up. If he would have thrown that down, that would have been the craziest thing I've ever seen in this gym.
I have never seen a roof fly, but we might have seen it had Reef gotten that one through the basket.
When he left his feet, it didn't even look like he was close to the rim, but a block by Gabe Leifer. But Simcha Halpert throws it away. Just under 2 minutes of play. YU up by 10.
No need to get sloppy there.
Winston. No! Ofek Reef draws the offensive foul.
And the gym is going berserk. I feel like it's Sarachek.
We appreciate you joining us on this broadcast if you couldn't be here, but what a crazy night with the fans backing this team. There's a certain excitement on campus around this team that this could be the year where they make a run, for sure a championship run, and maybe even a little bit of a tournament run. Gabe Leifer uses back, gets his own rebound again, and almost tips it in on a third try as he goes to the ground. Marquez licks the push. He'll go up and under, gets it to go. A nice play as Gabe Leifer gets it underneath the basket, and he's able to put it in to extend this YU lead back to 10 with just over a minute to play. A gritty performance by this Max team as Coach Tomlin takes a timeout to talk things over.
A little bit of a dangerous pass there from Ryan, but it all works out, and the Max lead is back at 10. With just 1:05 to go, I can smell a 6th straight win.
Just a gritty performance by this Max team. We saw Ryan Terrell take a little more of a reserved role in the second half, and other people, especially Gabe Leifer and Simcha Halpert, have just stepped up.
Yeah, when Ryan's on the floor, he's a threat. It doesn't matter if he's a little limping or if he's at full health. And the fact that Old Westbury's had to guard him so tightly opens up other players, and the Max have too many star players for you to leave any of the Max players open. Whether it be Leifer, Halpert, Malobsky, it doesn't matter. These Max are talented from top to bottom.
And a foul underneath by Terrell. Winston will go to the line with a chance to cut into this 10-point Yeshiva lead.
Yeah, Old Westbury took a little bit of their time, but at the end of the day, the clock is stopped and a chance for them to put up points and try to complete what would be a stunning and incredible upset should they be able to pull it off.
Yeah, definitely the most reliable free throw shooters on the floor for YU are Ryan Terrell, Gabe Leifer, and Simcha Halpert.
Yeah, Simcha Halpert, one of the most reliable free throw shooters in the country. I believe he shot 95% from the line last year, which is almost impossible to do. If the Max get the ball onto him, you should expect their score to tick a little bit up from 86 to 87 to 88. But first, Old Westbury would like to talk things over and discuss their strategy in the last 54 seconds.
53.9 to play. We appreciate you joining us once again on this lovely Tuesday night. We appreciate the fans, even though they can't hear us. We appreciate the fans for showing up here. We appreciate you tuning in from really all over the country. It's you that keep us going. We appreciate it. Old Westbury surging for a miracle. They're down by 9. They'll go into a full court press. I wonder if they'll foul. They'll try to go for a trap and a steal. Let's see what Coach Tomlin drew up. Halpert inbound. He gets it into Terrell. Terrell is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 1-and-1.
Yeah, that's who I want on the line. Ryan Terrell, 6 for 6 from the line today, and he's just been putting it in the basket all year.
He's got 30 points on the night, a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line, shooting at 80% from beyond the arc, and a miraculous 76.9% from the field. He has just been special.
And if I'm correct, that total of 10 field goals puts him in a tie for number 1 in all Division III in field goals made this season.
That's extremely impressive, especially the competition that YU has, especially with the competition YU has faced early on this season, as he looks to extend YU's lead and add to his point total, which he does. That's 31 points to Ryan Terrell.
Yeah, and looking at the strategy for Old Westbury, they've already fouled 8 times, so only one more chance to get them in the 1-and-1 before the Macs get 2 free throws. It'll be almost impossible for them to come back from this 11-point deficit.
And a long 3 by Wingate doesn't get it to go. Ofek Reed comes away with the rebound, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line with an 11-point YU lead.
And the Macs are like a shark in the water, sensing blood. They see that win on the horizon.
And a real gritty performance by this YU team.
Yeah, they've definitely shown to Coach Steinmetz that they are a mature team which does not give in when attacked brutally.
Ofek Reef not able to convert the front end of a 1-and-1, as Marquez goes straight to the basket to make it a 9-point lead as Bayer Loof gets the ball. And he is fouled. That'll be 10 fouls in Old Westbury, putting YU in the double bonus.
Yeah, and it appears that was a strategy for the Macs. Just don't foul. There's not enough time left for Old Westbury to keep taking twos. Coach Steinmetz just sitting on his hands watching as Old Westbury put in the easy bucket as if that was what he wanted. A little bit of technical stuff going on as Elaine Washington fouled out of the game. That's what the holdup was.
And Baralouf able to convert on this first free throw to put YU back up by 10 with 33 seconds to play.
Yeah, every free throw is critical. I know there are percentage counters. What are your chances of winning the game? Every free throw makes that percentage counter go up and up.
And a rebound by Ofek Reef, who goes up with it, and one. Count the basket for Ofek Reef, the only YU player to even line up for the free throw, and he basically just goes over the Old Westbury defender, grabs the ball, goes back up with it. Antoine, YU back up by 12 with a chance to make it 13.
When you look up the definition of athleticism in the Webster's dictionary, Ofek Reef's head shows up.
Yeah, he's got hops. That's something he showed tonight. 13-point YU lead, 25 seconds to play as Winston takes it in. Misses the lab, rebounded by Leifer. He's fouled. And this YU crowd getting a little restless.
I mean, it's taken about 5 minutes now to play 30 seconds on the clock. So I can understand where they are coming from.
Gabe Leifer able to convert on his first free throw. A 14-point YU lead, their largest lead of the night. And it should be enough to extend this YU winning streak to 6-0. Put them at 6-1 on the season and 2-0 within the Skyline Conference. Under 20 seconds to play, 15-point YU lead. As Gabe Leifer grabs the rebound, and it looks like they're going to lay off as this Max Stern Athletics in the crowd comes to its feet. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We'll be back for the post-game show right after this.
You're living with pain that affects your quality of life. We're here to help. Many patients respond well to progressive physical therapy. PM&R, the proud sponsor of the YU Maccabees men's basketball team. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. If you're living with pain that affects your quality of life, we're here to help. Since its inception in 1986, the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Whether you want to get back to playing sports again or simply walk around pain-free, the PMR Center is here for you. We'll help you feel like yourself again. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
Did you know that 90% of low back pain and sciatica can be treated without surgery? After a detailed evaluation, our physical therapists use gentle, hands-on techniques to alleviate most forms of low back pain. Our physicians have expertise in medication management, as well as a variety of interventional techniques, including trigger point injections. By utilizing a combination of these options, we can help you today. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. The Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has been providing its patients with the best possible care of sports, spine, orthopedic, and neuromuscular conditions. Emphasis is placed on manual techniques and individualized home exercise programs. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey. At the PMR Center, we strive to find the right physical therapy and hand therapy program for you. PM&R, the proud sponsor of Yeshiva University Athletics. Let us help you reach your goals at one of our 5 locations in New York and New Jersey.
And welcome back to the post-game show, joined here by Ryan Terrell. Ryan, a real gritty performance by this old Westbury team. They stuck around for a while, a lot of lead changes, but how were you able to get it done tonight?
We got it done tonight from playing defense and getting tough stops. And Gabe stepped up huge in the second half. He didn't play much in the first half because he had to sit out because he got foul trouble, but he took over that second half. Without him, we don't win this game.
And there was a point with about 5 minutes left. There were 3 plays back to back where Simcha hit a 3, then there was a give and go between Ofek and Simcha, and then you had a step back 3 from probably about 25 feet. What allowed you to get those plays done? And I think that was pretty much a turning point of the game, which put the nail in the coffin.
We stayed patient throughout the offense. We got our reversals in and got the right shot. Mine was kind of lucky, not going to lie. But we got the ball to the right guys to hit the open 3.
And one last thing, you guys have played a lot of games recently, a lot on the road. Has fatigue been a factor for you guys?
We're a tough team. I don't think fatigue's going to bother us. We're a tough unit, so yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. There
Appreciate
you have it. YU wins. YU wins by 15, extending their winning streak to 6. We'd like to thank you. We'd like to thank Max Baker on camera, our president, David Schwartzman. Joined by Akiva Poppers, I'm Yehoshua Segal. We say thank you for joining us and have a good night.